see what's playing at the movie theaters this week. Okay. Oh, at the Roxy Stadium. Popcorn. Free popcorn every Wednesday with a reward card. All seats $6 on Tuesday. This is for Roxy Stadium, Southern California location. Okay, so what do we have? This is the schedule for Friday, July 22nd through Thursday, July 28th. And new this week we have Ice Age Collision Course, rated PG, rated for mild, rude humor, and some action peril, with Ray Romano and Dennis Leary for 94 minutes. Scrat's epic pursuit of the elusive acorn catapults him into the universe, where he accidentally sets off a series of cosmic events that transform and threaten the Ice Age world. To save themselves, Sid, Manny, Diego, and the rest of the herd must leave their home and embark on a quest full of comedy and adventure, traveling to exotic new lands and encountering a host of colorful new characters. Also new out this week is Lights Out, rated PG-13, rated for terror throughout, violence including disturbing images, some thematic material, and brief drug content, with Teresa Palmer and Gabriel Bateman for 81 minutes. When Rebecca left home, she thought she left her childhood fears behind. Growing up, she was never really sure of what was and wasn't real when the lights went out. And now her little brother, Martin, is experiencing the same unexplained and terrifying events that once had tested her sanity and threatened her safety. A frightening entity with a mysterious attachment to their mother, Sophie, has reemerged. But this time, as Rebecca gets closer to unlocking the truth, there is no denying that all their lives are in danger once the lights go out. That's too spooky. I will not be seeing that one. And next, new this week, we have Star Trek Beyond, rated PG-13, rated for sequences of science fiction, action, and violence, with Idris Elba and Zachary Quinto for 122 minutes. The Enterprise crew explores the furthest reaches of our uncharted space, where they encounter a mysterious new enemy who puts them and everything the Federation stands for to the test. Next, we have Ghostbusters, rated PG-13, rated for supernatural action and some crude humor, with Kristen Wiig and Melissa McCarthy for 117 minutes. 30 years after the original film took the world by storm, Ghostbusters is back and fully rebooted for a new generation. Director Paul Feig combines all the paranormal fighting elements that made the original franchise so beloved, with a cast of new characters played by the funniest actors working today. Get ready to watch them save the world this summer. My stomach is growling still. Do you guys like Good and Plenty? It's a fun childhood memory for me. I don't like black licorice, but I love Good and Plenty. Next, Mike and Dave need wedding dates. Rated R for crude sexual content, language throughout, drug use, and some graphic nudity. With Zac Efron and Anna Kendrick for 98 minutes. Hard partying brothers Mike and Dave place an online ad to find perfect dates for their sister's Hawaiian wedding. Hoping for a wild getaway, the boys instead find themselves outsmarted and outpartied by the uncontrollable duo. Next, The Secret Life of Pets, rated PG, rated for action and some rude humor, with Louis C.K., Eric Stone Street for 90 minutes. A comedy about the lives our pets lead after we leave for work or school each day. Next we have Legend of Tarzan, rated PG-13 for sequences of action and violence, some sensuality, and brief, rude dialogue. With Alexander Skarsgård and Samuel L. Jackson for 110 minutes. It has been years since the man, once known as Tarzan, left the jungles of Africa behind for a gentrified life as John Clayton, Lord Greystoke, with his beloved wife Jane at his side. Now he has been invited back to the Congo to serve as a trade emissary of Parliament. Unaware that he is a pawn in a deadly convergence of greed and revenge, masterminded by the Belgian Leon Rome, but those behind the murderous plot have no idea what they are about to unleash. Terrible. The Royal Opera House Werther is non-rated. Antonio Pappano and Vittorio Grigiolo for 180 minutes. Based on Goethe's novel, The Sorrows of Young Werther, Massenet's opera tells the story of the poet Werther's hopeless love for Charlotte, who is committed to another man. The music is full of lyrical beauty, passion, and emotional fervor. Small wonder that Werther is often considered to be the composer's finest work. The Royal Opera's music director, Antonio Pappano, returns to conduct film, theater, and opera director Benoit Giacco's classic production. Italian tenor Vittorio Grigiolo stars as Werther alongside Joyce Di Donato, who sings her first Charlotte, one of the great French mezzo roles in this staging. Interesting. It just has two showings, one on Sunday matinee and Wednesday evening. Interesting. Okay, you guys, get ready for what's coming soon. Jason Bourne, PG-13 for intense sequences of violence and action and brief, strong language, with Matt Damon and Julia Stiles for 123 minutes. And this is the next chapter of Universal Pictures' Bourne franchise, which finds the CIA's most lethal former operative drawn out of the shadows. Oh. Bad Moms, rated R, for sexual material, full frontal nudity, language throughout, and drug and alcohol contact with Mila Kunis and Kristen Bell for 101 minutes. In this new comedy, Amy has a seemingly perfect life, a great marriage, overachieving kids, beautiful home, and a career. However, she's overworked and overcommitted and exhausted to the point that she's about to snap. Fed up, she joins forces with two other overstressed moms on a quest to liberate themselves from conventional responsibilities, going on a wild, unmom-like binge of long overdue freedom, fun, and self-indulgence, putting them on a collision course with PTA Queen B. Gwendolyn and her clique of devoted perfect moms. Next, Suicide Squad, rated PG-13, rated for sequences of violence and action throughout, disturbing behavior, suggestive content, and language, with Will Smith and Jared Leto for 130 minutes. It feels good to be bad. Assemble a team of the world's most dangerous, incarcerated supervillains, provide them with the most powerful arsenal at the government's disposal, and send them on a mission to defeat an enigmatic, inseparable entity. U.S. intelligence officer Amanda Waller has determined only a secretly convened group of desperate, despicable individuals with next to nothing to lose will do. However, once they realize they weren't picked to succeed, but rather chosen for their patent culpability, when they when they fail, will the Suicide Squad resolve to die trying, or decide it's every man for himself? Next, 9 Lives, rated PG, rated for thematic elements, language, and some rude humor, with Kevin Spacey and Jennifer Gardner for 87 minutes. Tom Brand is a daredevil billionaire at the top of his game. His company, Firebrand, is nearing completion on its greatest achievement to date, the tallest skyscraper in the Northern Hemisphere. But Tom's workaholic lifestyle has disconnected him from family, particularly his beautiful wife, Laura, and his adoring daughter, Rebecca. En route to his daughter's birthday party, Tom has a terrible accident. When he regains consciousness, he discovers that somehow he has become trapped inside the body of a cat. Adopted by his own family, he begins to experience what life is truly like for a family pet. And as a cat, Tom begins to see his family and his life through a new and unexpected perspective. And Pete's Dragon, rated PG, rated for action, peril, and brief language, with Bryce Dallas Howard and Oaks Fegley. For years, old wood carver Mr. Machem has delighted local children with his tales of the fierce dragon, which resides deep in the woods of the Pacific Northwest. To his daughter Grace, who works as a forest ranger, these stories are little more than tall tales until she meets Pete. Pete is a mysterious 10-year-old with no family and no home who claims to live in the woods with a giant green dragon named Elliot. And from Pete's descriptions, Elliot seems remarkably similar to the dragon from Mr. Meacham's stories. With the help of Natalie, an 11-year-old girl whose father, Jack, owns the local lumber mill, Grace sets out to determine where Pete came from, where he belongs, and the truth about the dragon. Last week's number one box office hit was The Secret Life of Pets, grossing $50 million, and Ghostbusters was second with 46. Legend of Tarzan was third